Hello, my name is Sasha. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you notice anything different about me, but so I got new glasses. I haven't looked at myself in a viewfinder since I got them, and they're not terrible, but like they make me look really different from the ones I had before. But I kind of dig them. Today I'm going to be doing the Bookflirt Tag. This is a tag created by Laura from What Everyone Else Is Reading, and she tagged me in this back in February. And it's because Bookflirt, February is a romancy month. So I should have just done it back in February, but I didn't. But I'd like to thank her for tagging me, and I'm doing it now. The first question is, are you a book flirt? How many books are on your TBR? I don't really have a physical TBR. I keep track of all the books I want to read on Goodreads. But right now it says I have 7,094 books on my TBR shelf. I can't read suddenly. So, there was this time back in 2011 where I just discovered Goodreads, and I added every book that I saw onto my TBR. And obviously, I shouldn't have done that. Don't be like me. Well, I wonder what the chances are that I'll ever get to all 7,094 of the books. Probably very low. The next question is, looks aren't everything. What is a book that you enjoyed but you did not like the cover? So there's this brilliant book that is so underappreciated called The Sudden Appearance of Hope by Claire North. And it is about this woman who disappears from people's memory when she's not in their direct line of sight. If you haven't heard of it, please look it up. But you wouldn't know what it was about from the cover, because it's literally just an out-of-focus woman in a dress. I hate it. It's so boring, and also just tells you absolutely nothing about what the book is about and how great it is. I find it so frustrating, because a cover should reflect some part of a book, and the out-of-focus part, I suppose, kind of indicates, you know, you're forgetting her already, but still, it should have gotten a better cover. That's all I'm saying. The next question is, an affair of the mind. Have you ever had a crush on a book character, and if so, why? So, of course, I'm going to bring up the Harry Potter series. I had the biggest crush on Neville Longbottom, especially in the later books. Just because I thought he was such a nice dude, and just like, if you see him in the movies, the guy who plays him as he gets older gets very handsome. I also had a big crush on Luna Lovegood, and I really connected with her because I was always the weird kid in school, and she was just like so carefree, and that's what I wanted to be. But anyway, I think my crushes on them is what made me ship them together. Of course they didn't end up together, spoilers. So I was kind of upset about that, but I would have loved it if they had gotten together. Next is Wandering Eye. Have you ever abandoned a book for a newer, more exciting one? I am positive I've done this because my attention span is like 5 seconds long. So if you put a shiny new book in front of me, I'm gonna lunge for it, forget about all the other books I'm reading. I really have to focus on a book to be able to finish it, or else I'm gonna just go on to a different one, which is what happened to me like last month during Valentine's and like Blackathon. There were so many books I wanted to read that I was just like, I'll read this one now. No, now I'm reading this one, and it just means I finished like none. True love. What is a book or author that you could spend the rest of your life reading? I'm gonna stick with my favorite author and say Gillian Flynn. The way that she writes is gorgeous, and like I never expect the endings to her books. And I read all of them, And I love, well, I kind of love all of them. I like Dark Places. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I love Sharp Objects, and Gone Girl was the first one I read by her, and it's so good. I heard she's writing a new one, and I've been chomping at the bit to get something new from her, so please hurry up. Next is Loyal to the End. What is the longest series of books that you've ever completed? And I'm gonna have to say Harry Potter for this again, but to be real, I've read like 25 Goosebumps books when I was younger. That's the little horror fan in me already maturing or appearing, but of course I haven't read all of R.L. Stein's books because he's so damn prolific. Like, there's like hundreds of them, I think. I honestly don't even know how many there are, but I doubt I could read all of them. Lastly is Second Date. Pick an author that you would like to read a second book from, either because you liked them or you didn't like them. For this, I'm going to choose Laini Taylor. I think her writing is really nice, but I read Strange the Dreamer and it just didn't do it for me. Well, the first half was great, but then the second half just went, and I really did not care about the blue people. Like, I could have just read about Laszlo the whole time and it would have been fine. But the blue people and his love interest, and it was just, I was so disappointed. Like, I thought it was going to be a 5-star book and it turned out to be like a 3 or a 2-star. But I do like her writing and her world building. So I'm thinking of trying out her Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, maybe, or just waiting until she writes a new series, because I've heard Daughter of Smoke and Bone is insta-levy, and just like, I don't know, like the first books from YA authors are never really that great, but the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series is pretty beloved on BookTube, hopefully for good reason, so I might take a crack at it. So that is my Bookflirt tag. I tag Amy from Amy Gets Lit, Jamie from Jamie Reads, Chrissy from Chrissy from The Return Cart, Jennifer from Iffer's Inklings, Cammie from Cammie's Corner, and Carissa from Carissa Quinn, all my badass ladies. If you like this tag, you can do it too. I'm sure Laura doesn't care if you were tagged or not, you know. But that's all I have for today. If you've read any of the books I mentioned, comment down below. Please look up The Sudden Appearance of Hope by Claire North, because it is so good. More people need to read it. Just then tell me what you think once you've read it, if you're going to read it. I just need more people to talk about this book with. So thank you for watching. Bye!